Good morning, everyone. Once again, this is Black Forest coming to you with another market analysis video currency breakdown. We are going to be looking at the British pound and the USD. But before we get started to break down this currency pair and this chart, we have to state that this video is for education purposes only. This is not a financial advice, but we all know why you guys are here. You guys are here to find good, credible Forex content that can help improve your ability as a trader and to help put some extra money in your pocket during these very troubling times. Okay, so. So with that being said, come to Black Forex. We'll take care of the hard part for you. And all you have to do is simply just watch the video, take the information, and make the money. Okay. All we ask is that you do is like and subscribe. Because likes bring us more attraction towards our content, and subscribing keeps you up to date on every time we drop a new basically drop a new video breaking down these charts, breaking down these currency pairs. You will be notified and you can be able to take the information and trade accordingly. Okay, so we thank you for watching our videos. Now let's go ahead and get the business of what's happening with this currency pair in this chart. Let's dive into what's happening with this currency pair. Okay, now let us talk about the Great British Pound because we're going to talk about the USD quite a few times, but for thoroughness, we're always going to get into it. Okay, so the British pound did have a lot of economic news came out about it overnight during the opening of the London session. And let us see. GDP came out weak. GDP came out weak. Industrial productions came out weak. Manufacturing productions came out weak. Monthly GDP came out weak. Trade balance came out. mm, Better than it was previously, but weaker than what they predicted was going to be. And trade balance with non-EU came out very weak. So we're clearly dealing with a weak GDP, and this weakness is going to be also further catalyzed by the inflationary cloud that's hanging over the UK, and also by the dark cloud of FUD hanging over the entire European continent's economy due to fear, uncertainty, and doubt, surrounded by the sanctions that's having a negative reversal effect on the entire EU and the UK as well, and just due to the destabilization of the entire European continent's economy from the Russian-Ukrainian war. Okay. Now remember, economics 101 is when you're a country, your closest trading partner is going to be the country next to you, and the UK's closest trading partner is the EU. And with the EU being so devastated by what is happening with the destabilization of the entire European continent's economy, from the dark cloud that's being hung over it through sanctions and also through the Russian-Ukrainian war and the geopolitical events that's now overshadowing economic indicators, that it's basically just not a good situation for the major European continents economies. I mean, excuse me, major European continents currencies, which is the British pound, the EU, and the Swiss franc. We will see a continual weakening of these currencies going into this trading week. Okay, so it does not matter how good the news comes in. We're going to still see this dark cloud hang over the entire European continent's economy and over the UK as well. The only thing that the bad news is going to do is further catalyze this weakness. The only thing the good news is going to do is going to try to hold it off, hold the weakness off some before it kicks in. But at this point, this is like trying to put a band-aid to hold a dam from busting. Okay, so we're clearly dealing with a weak British pound going into the beginning of this trading week. Okay, now let's talk about what's happening with the USD. The USD is gaining a lot of strength. It's actually coming into the trading week as one of our stronger currencies. This is solely due to all the economic news that came out about the GDP during the last trading week. We had more positive news than negative news come out about the GDP. And we have more positive news and negative news. Excuse me. We have more negative news. We have more negative news and positive news come out about the USD, which is making it very strong. And then we did have some job news that came out that stated that the news that came out was better than what they thought it was going to be and better than what was previously, which made the USD actually very strong. And we're seeing a drop in the oil prices, a drop in the oil price. I mean, the drop in oil prices means a drop in gas prices, and a drop in gas prices means a further strengthening of the USD as well. Okay. Now, if you want a good understanding on how that non-traditional relationship between oil and gas is affecting the USD, I strongly advise you to watch our USD CAD currency breakdown and chart video. We get into that very detailedly. Okay. So now with all that information said, let's discuss what's happening on the chart. So we were in a range, right? We were ranging in which this is the upper part of our range. This is the lower part of our range. This is the lower extremity of our range. And this is the upper extremity of our range. Okay. So as we can see, due to the continued weakenization of the British pound, that we starting to slip to even lower than the lower extreme of our range. So what does this mean for the trading week? What does this mean to how to trade? What's happening with the Great British Pound USD? So we're going to see a push up. We may get a push up to this area here, or even a push up to this general area here before we continue to slide back down. Okay, now we could push up to this area here, range out a little bit, and then start to go back down. Okay, or what can happen is we can have it push up here, range up, and then start to go back down. So those are the scenarios in which we can see playing out for the chart for the short to intermediate term, going into the beginning of this trading week, as long as the current fundamentals hold. Okay. So once again, let's go over it. We can range out from this area here and then start to go down, or we can have a push up to this area here, range out, and then start to go down. Okay. I hope this information was helpful for you guys. Happy trading.